Hello and welcome to our community. Are your mornings feeling rushed and disconnected from the world around you? What if ancient wisdom could transform your modern routine into something more meaningful? Today we will discover how simple, age-old practices are being beautifully reimagined for today's busy world, bringing peace and connection back into your earliest hours. Before we begin, I have a simple question for you. What is one small thing you do each morning that brings you a little bit of peace? Please take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below, as your routine might just inspire someone else. Many of us experience a similar pattern when the day begins. The jarring sound of an alarm clock often pulls us from our sleep without much gentleness. Before our feet even touch the floor, our minds might already be racing with a long list of tasks for the day. We often reach for our mobile phones almost immediately, checking emails or news that can fill our minds with stress. This immediate flood of information and responsibility can create a feeling of being behind schedule before the day has truly started. It is a universal struggle in our modern world, this feeling of being constantly rushed and hurried. We move from one task to the next, often on autopilot, without taking a moment to simply be present. This frantic pace can leave us feeling disconnected from ourselves and from the people we care about most. The morning, which should be a time of gentle awakening and preparation, has become another source of pressure. We might feel a sense of anxiety building in our chests as we think about traffic, appointments, and deadlines. This feeling is a common response to a lifestyle that values speed and productivity above all else. But what if there was a different way to start our day, a method that has been proven over centuries? What if the key to a calmer, more fulfilling morning was not a new piece of technology, but rather timeless wisdom from the past? Imagine starting your day not with a jolt of anxiety, but with a quiet moment of reflection and calm. This is not a new or complicated idea. It is a return to the simple practices that our ancestors understood well. It's quite surprising to see how these old traditions are finding new life and thriving in our current year. Younger generations are now discovering the profound benefits of these simple, mindful morning habits. They are learning that a few moments of quiet can be more powerful than an extra hour of restless sleep. Things as simple as watching the sunrise or stretching your body gently are being embraced once more. These practices cost nothing and require no special equipment, yet their impact on our well-being is immense. The idea is to intentionally create a small pocket of peace before the demands of the world begin to pull at us. This intentional start helps to set a positive and grounded tone for the rest of your day. Instead of reacting to the world's demands, you begin the day by proactively caring for your own inner peace. This shift in perspective is what these ancient traditions offer us today in a world that desperately needs it. There is something truly beautiful that happens when different generations share their wisdom with one another. We can see this in heartwarming examples of morning rituals being passed down from grandparents to grandchildren. Imagine a grandmother sitting quietly by the window with her young grandson each morning, just sipping warm tea. They are not talking much, but are instead watching the birds gather in the garden as the sun comes up. This simple shared activity teaches the child the value of quiet observation and being present in the moment. It is a lesson far more valuable than anything that can be learned from a screen or a device. Consider a grandfather teaching his teenage granddaughter a simple breathing exercise he learned in his youth. He shows her how to breathe in slowly, hold her breath for a count of 4, and then breathe out even more slowly. This small practice, taking only a few minutes, helps her manage the stress of school and social pressures. These moments of connection are becoming increasingly important in our fast-paced lives. To understand why these traditions are so powerful, we need to look at the world in which they were created. In a pre-digital age, life moved at a much slower and more predictable pace for many people. Mornings were not filled with the digital noise of notifications, emails, and breaking news alerts from around the globe. Instead, the morning was a time guided by the natural rhythms of the sun and the seasons. These traditions provided a deep sense of stability and a predictable structure to the beginning of the day. This structure was calming because it created a sense of order in a world that could still be uncertain. A morning ritual was a personal anchor, a quiet promise to oneself to start the day with intention. This practice of beginning with calm and connection helped people build resilience to face the day's challenges. When you start from a place of inner peace, you are better equipped to handle whatever comes your way. The unique benefits that come from this kind of intergenerational learning are truly special for personal growth. Older adults have a lifetime of experience and a perspective that can only be gained through time. They can teach us the importance of patience, the value of simplicity, and the wisdom of slowing down. Younger generations, in turn, can bring new energy and new ways of thinking to these old practices. They might show a grandparent how to use a simple phone app to listen to calming nature sounds in the morning. This exchange creates a beautiful bridge between the past and the present, enriching both generations. It helps grandchildren see their grandparents not just as old relatives, but as keepers of valuable wisdom. It also helps grandparents feel valued and connected, knowing that their life experiences are still relevant and helpful. This sharing of rituals strengthens family bonds in a way that few other activities can. It builds a foundation of shared experience and mutual respect that can last a lifetime. By engaging in these simple morning practices together, families are creating new memories while honoring the past. The quiet cup of tea or the shared breathing exercise becomes a symbol of their love and connection. The wonderful thing about these ancient practices is that they are incredibly flexible and can be adapted to our modern lives. You do not need to wake up at dawn or spend hours in meditation to experience their benefits. Let's explore some practical ways to fit these traditions into a busy modern schedule. Consider the ancient practice of breathwork, which is simply paying attention to your breathing. You can practice this for just 2 or 3 minutes while you are waiting for your morning coffee to brew. A very simple technique is called box breathing, where you inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and then hold the empty breath for 4 seconds. This simple rhythm can calm your nervous system and bring a sense of immediate peace to your mind. Journaling is another powerful tradition that can be easily modernized for your benefit. You do not need to write pages and pages in a diary every single day. Simply take a small notepad and write down 3 things you are grateful for each morning. This act of focusing on the positive can shift your entire mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. It reminds you of the good things in your life, no matter how small they may seem at the time. Another incredibly simple yet profound practice is getting exposure to natural light soon after waking. Our ancestors lived by the sun, and our bodies are still tuned to its natural cycles. Spending just 5 to 10 minutes near a window or on a balcony can help set your body's internal clock. This tells your brain that it is daytime, which can improve your mood, increase your energy levels, and even help you sleep better at night. Nutrition is also a cornerstone of a healthy morning, and many traditional diets emphasized a wholesome first meal. We can incorporate this wisdom by focusing on foods that nourish our bodies and brains. For example, it is very important for older adults to get enough vitamin D for bone health and immune function. A common recommendation is to consume around 800 international units of vitamin D per day. To help you understand that amount, it is roughly equivalent to eating 1 large 6-ounce serving of cooked salmon, or drinking about 4 full glasses of milk that has been fortified with vitamin D. Another crucial nutrient is omega-3 fatty acids, which are excellent for brain health and reducing inflammation. A good daily goal is about 1,000 milligrams of omega-3s for many people. You could get this amount from eating a small handful of walnuts, or by having a serving of fatty fish like sardines or mackerel. This shows that you do not need to rely on complex supplements when simple whole foods can provide what your body needs. Interestingly, we can also use modern technology to help us practice these ancient routines. While technology can be a source of distraction, it can also be a wonderful tool when used mindfully. There are many applications for your phone that offer guided meditations for just 5 or 10 minutes. These apps can talk you through a breathing exercise or a body scan, making it very easy for beginners to get started. You can also use smart lighting in your bedroom to mimic the gradual light of a sunrise. These special light bulbs can be programmed to slowly brighten over a period of 30 minutes. This provides a much gentler and more natural way to wake up compared to a sudden, loud alarm. It allows your body to awaken slowly, reducing the feeling of grogginess in the morning. Hearing about the success of others can also be very inspiring as you begin this journey. I have spoken with many people who have transformed their mornings by adapting these simple routines. One woman, a retired teacher in her late 60s, started a habit of gentle stretching by her bed for 5 minutes each morning. She told me that this small act helped to ease her morning stiffness and made her feel more connected to her body. A gentleman in his 70s shared that he began listening to classical music instead of the morning news. He found that this simple switch dramatically reduced his morning anxiety and allowed him to start his day with a feeling of peace and beauty. These stories show us that small, consistent changes can lead to profound improvements in our quality of life. The key is to find what works for you and to be patient with yourself as you build these new habits. Now let's talk about how you can create your very own morning routine that works for you. There is no single perfect morning routine that fits everyone, because we are all unique individuals. The most effective routine will be one that you personally enjoy and that fits into your specific lifestyle. The goal here is to empower you to experiment and create a blueprint that brings you peace and joy. The first step is to take a few moments for quiet reflection on your own life. Think back to your own childhood or younger years and consider what activities used to bring you comfort. Perhaps it was the smell of coffee brewing, the feeling of the sun on your face, or the quiet sound of the house before everyone else was awake. These positive memories can be powerful clues to what might work for you today. The next and most important step is to start incredibly small with just one new habit. Many people make the mistake of trying to change everything at once, which can quickly become overwhelming. Instead of trying to meditate, journal, stretch, and walk all in one morning, just choose one single activity. Your goal is to make the new habit so easy that you cannot say no to doing it. For example, you could commit to doing just 1 minute of deep breathing before you get out of bed. Or you might decide to drink a full glass of water while looking out the window for 2 minutes. Once that small habit becomes automatic, you can then consider adding another small practice if you wish. It is also very helpful to schedule this new ritual into your morning, just like an appointment. Decide on a specific time and place for your new habit to happen each day. You might say to yourself, after I brush my teeth, I will sit in my favorite chair and listen to one peaceful song. This creates a clear trigger that helps your brain remember to perform the new habit consistently. To help you get started, here is a diverse range of adaptable rituals you can choose from. These are categorized by the amount of time you might have available on a typical morning. If you only have 5 minutes to spare, you could try one of these simple practices. You could perform those 2 minutes of box breathing we discussed earlier to calm your nervous system. You could do a few gentle seated stretches, reaching your arms overhead and gently twisting your torso. Or you could simply sit in silence with your eyes closed, focusing only on the sounds around you. If you have about 15 minutes, you have a bit more time to expand your routine. You could mindfully enjoy a cup of tea or coffee without any other distractions like the television or a newspaper. Just focus on the warmth of the mug, the aroma, and the taste of your beverage. This is also a great amount of time to do that gratitude journaling we talked about, writing down 3 simple things. You could also use this time to read a few pages from an inspiring book or a collection of poems. If you are fortunate enough to have 30 minutes or more, you can create a more extensive routine. You could go for a short walk around your neighborhood, paying attention to the sights and sounds of nature. This combines the benefits of natural light, gentle movement, and mindfulness all in one activity. You could also spend this time engaging in a hobby you love, such as gardening, knitting, or listening to music. The most important part of this process is to give yourself permission to experiment freely. Try a new ritual for 1 week and notice how it makes you feel both mentally and physically. If a particular practice feels like a chore or adds more stress to your morning, then it is not the right one for you. Do not be afraid to discard it and try something else from the list of options. Your morning routine should feel like a gift you give to yourself, not another task to check off a list. By following these steps, you can create your own unique intergenerational morning blueprint. It might be a blend of an old tradition you remember from your parents and a new practice you discover on your own. This personalized approach ensures that your routine will be sustainable and bring you lasting benefits. The way you begin your morning has a profound and lasting impact on the rest of your day. When you start your day with intention and calm, you carry that sense of peace with you for hours. These adapted traditions can lead to a significant reduction in your overall feelings of stress. By calming your mind first thing in the morning, you are less likely to react negatively to the challenges that arise later. You will likely notice an improvement in your mental clarity and your ability to focus on tasks. A quiet mind is a more effective and creative mind, able to solve problems with greater ease. This positive start creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond just the morning hours. Think of it like setting the rudder of a ship in the right direction before you set sail for the day. A better morning often leads to a more connected and fulfilling day with stronger family bonds. When you feel calm and centered, you are more patient and present in your interactions with others. You are more likely to listen attentively to your spouse, your children, or your friends. This improved connection can dramatically enhance the quality of your most important relationships. You might even consider sharing your new morning practice with a family member. Imagine inviting your grandchild to join you for 5 minutes of quiet stretching or deep breathing. This act of sharing not only benefits them, but also reinforces your own commitment to the practice. It becomes a new, healthy tradition that you can build together, strengthening your bond across generations. The cumulative effect of these small morning changes can lead to a remarkable improvement in your overall well-being. You are teaching your body and mind that your peace is a priority and that you deserve a gentle start to the day. This powerful message can boost your self-esteem and give you a greater sense of control over your life. It is a profound act of self-care that nourishes you on every level of your being. We encourage you to take these ideas and make them your own, weaving them into the fabric of your life. The wisdom of the past is a powerful resource that is available to all of us. By embracing these simple traditions, we can bring more peace, connection, and joy into our modern world. As a final call to action, we invite you to join our community in this exploration of mindful living. In the comments below, please share one small morning tradition, either an old one or a new one, that you are going to try this week. Your commitment might be the very thing that inspires another person to begin their own journey toward a more peaceful morning. If you found this information helpful and would like to see more videos on living a healthier and more connected life, please consider subscribing to the channel. Please remember, the information shared in this video is for educational purposes only and is based on extensive research and experience in helping people with their health and dietary goals. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice from your own doctor or healthcare provider.